Hey everyone, we are live to YouTube. I'm doing a little impromptu live stream today. Today's gear, we are using the Insta360 Link webcam. It's a 4K webcam. And I thought today I would mess around with ChatGPT since everyone's been talking about it and everyone's been interested in using artificial intelligence these days. So I thought we could play around with it. I've got it up over here, so we'll be able to play with it a little bit. And I want to make this interactive with you in the chat. So if you have the chance to take a few minutes off from work and to be here with me, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know in the comments. I've got it up on one of my screens here so I can see it and say hi to you all. And if you have any questions or things that you want to play around with, when it comes to ChatGPT, then we will go ahead and maybe entertain some of your requests from the crowd. So if you can hear me, if it looks and sounds good, please just let me know down in the comments. This was a very quick impromptu setup, so I'm not using my typical switcher. My setup right now is just the Insta360 Link going into my brand new Mac Studio. The MV7 microphone from Shure, a little Elgato key light up there, and then I've set up a couple of different looks here. So we've got Chrome, so I can show it to you this way, and then I've also got a picture-in-picture that I can show to you as well, so that I can kind of talk about what I'm doing here. Okay. American Drone Services says looks good and sounds good, so I'm going to take your word for it. One of the biggest complications with streaming yourself is being able to monitor your audio and all these things at one time, especially when you're setting up last minute just to kind of pull something off here. So thank you for tuning in. And East Texas production looks and sounds good as well. Only be able to hang for a short bit. No worries. Thanks for dropping in for just a little bit. So I wanted to talk about ChatGPT, and for any of you that are watching that are like, I have no idea what this is or why I should know what this is, I'm going to explain it in a second here. And for those of you that do know what this is, I hope you've had a chance to kind of play around with it. But basically, artificial intelligence has taken the world by storm. It's the one thing that everyone's talking about, thinking, oh, the robots are going to steal our jobs. And basically, ChatGPT is a free-to-use artificial intelligence system that you can give it these different tasks. So I can tell it to write topics for YouTube videos, or I can tell it to script a video for me. So we're going to play around with it, and I'll show that off here in just a moment. But it's a very cool tool. If you want to check it out, all you have to do is just go to their website. You could play with it. It's chat.openai.com, or openai.com gets you to their main page, and then you can play around and click around for ChatGPT. But basically, this tool is free to use. It is limited to some world knowledge and events from or I guess can't even say last year anymore because it's 2023 now, but the cutoff was kind of 2021. So it's not going to have a whole lot of training on things that may have happened in the last 12 months or so. And it may occasionally produce some questionable results. So what I wanted to do was just to get started and just to kind of show you all the magic of how this works is I want to create, let's say maybe this live stream, I was looking for a title, and now I didn't do this for this live stream, but let's just say that I was looking for a title. So I can type into the box here, provide me a YouTube live stream title for a live stream about how to use ChatGPT in your video, let's say video production company for your clients. And let's just hit enter. And usually it takes just a couple of seconds and then it'll provide you something. So as you can see here, it's giving me maximizing efficiency with ChatGPT, a guide for video production companies. Pretty neat. Now, one of the things you can do is you can tell it to regenerate the response, and it will give me a similar but different response. So in your video production workflow is what it changed it to. Now, let's say I was doing this and I wanted to kind of reconfigure this title for, let's just say, dentists. So we can say something like, change it to target dentists instead of videographers, and hit enter. And then you give it a second, it'll think through it. And sometimes it can take, I've seen it take 20, 30 seconds. I mean, there's a lot of people that are using this thing. And here we go, streamlining dentistry with ChatGPT, a live demonstration. So it has now created for us the title for the live stream. And then, of course, I can, take it back. I can say, change it to target videographers instead of dentists. And then, of course, we'll get a new response back. So optimizing your video production workflow with ChatGPT. So now that we've got a title, let's say that we needed to write a description for this live stream, or even if it were just a YouTube video. Write me a YouTube description for a live stream called, and then I can actually copy and paste this title that it gave me. And you can see it's basically writing this in real time. So it's given me, are you a videographer or video production company looking to streamline your workflow and get more done in less time? Then this live stream is for you. Join us as we demonstrate how ChatGPT can help you optimize your video production process from pre-production to post-production. ChatGPT is a powerful tool that uses natural language processing to assist with tasks such as script writing, shot list creation, and more. Don't miss this opportunity to see ChatGPT in action and learn how it can benefit your business. So now you're seeing here, I probably should have actually used this to create the titles and the description for this live stream on YouTube before I even went live, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time setting this up. But you can see in just a quick minute here of using this how wild this is. So I'll take any requests from anyone watching. If there's something that you want it to do, then if it's within reason, I'm willing to do it. But I wanted to show you this because I think that this is a tool that you can now use for your clients. So if you're like me, you're not only live streaming, you're also a videographer or you're making content for clients. So if that's the case, let's say that we had a client who is, let's go with real estate as the industry. I can tell ChatGPT, create a list of, let's say 10, I could do 20, 30, 50. I've done 50, it'll do it. But create a list of 10 YouTube video shorts topics that will go viral under the topic of real estate targeted towards new home buyers. So that's pretty specific here, right? We're giving it what industry, we're giving it an audience and a specific audience, new home buyers. We're telling it to create a list of 10 items, and we're being very specific. We're saying we want it to be YouTube video shorts topics. So let's see what we get here. And of course, you just give it a few seconds once you hit enter, and it's going to start doing its thing. It is very, very fast. And so what do we have? 10 tips for first-time home buyers, the top 5 things to look for in your dream home, how to get a mortgage, a step-by-step guide. So you can see that very quickly, this is a tool that we can now start using to help our clients come up with topics for videos. I think one of the bigger struggles that we probably see is, if you're a less experienced videographer, you might expect a client to give you what they want. more experienced videographers will come in and really help the client to strategize and game plan what it is that they need and really dig to determine what their goals are in their business. And so, this is just one really easy way to say, look, I really don't know your industry. I'm not a realtor. I don't have a lot of experience in that area. But using this tool, and you don't really have to tell them that you use this tool, but here's a list of 10 optimized keyword ready videos that you could easily record. And most of these are pretty reasonable. They're within a normal topic. It's not like it wrote very weird things like, the future of real estate predictions for the next 5 years. I think any experienced realtor would be able to come up with some answers on that. Ultimate home buying checklist, most common buying mistakes, and how to avoid them. So I think that's interesting. If you look at number 8 there, what I really like about that one is that it's actually giving you kind of a YouTube-y title. It's got that sort of clickbaity feel to it that people are actually going to go and want to learn about. So now we've got 10 topics here. Now, let's say you come back to me and you're like, look, Seth, this is great and all. I'm getting 10 topics, but my clients don't have time to write these video scripts. They really need help in getting these videos out there. They want to make a lot of content, but they don't have a lot of time on their hands. So let me go back in here and show you what you can do. So let's just take this topic of, let's go with the pros and cons of buying a fixer-upper. Right? And I can tell it, write me a 60-second script for a YouTube short video about, and then I'm going to paste in the topic and say go. We'll give it a minute. And East Texas Productions, I see your comment. We'll do that next. So you can see, hands off the keyboard. I am not typing this in. Nothing's happening here. It is simply writing an entire script for me based on a topic that it gave me. And so to be able to go to your client and say, I've got not only 10 topics within your niche and industry targeted to your audience, but I've got the script ready for you. All you have to do is just kind of review it and make sure that the script makes sense and that it fits your audience. So you can see it here. Are you thinking about buying a fixer-upper? It can be a great way to get a good deal on a property and put your personal touch on it, but it's important to weigh the pros and cons before making a decision. One pro is that fixer-uppers are often priced lower than fully renovated homes, giving you the opportunity to get more for your money. You may also be able to customize the home to your exact specifications and potentially increase its value by making renovations. So as you can see, this is scripting full-on content for us. So I want to get to the request here. So our request was, if you have time, see what it comes up with for this. Word it however you like. Write description for tourism video for small Texas town. So one of the things that I would probably do is pick the Texas town first, because this is going to use artificial intelligence to determine those things. So maybe since I'm not as familiar with the smaller towns in Texas, I'm going to tell it first, provide me a list of 5 small towns in Texas, just to see what it comes up with first. So let's just say that we're looking at this last one here, Jefferson, Texas, right? And okay, specific town name is Lindale. Perfect. So let me take that from you, just from your comments. Thanks for providing that. So write a description for tourism video. Let's go with write a YouTube video description. Whoops, if I can spell. For a tourism video about the town of Lindale, Texas. And here we go. We're off to the races. So I'm going to rely on you, since I know nothing about Lindale, to see if any of this is accurate. So if you can see what it's writing here, and then let me know in the comments how accurate this is. So the video description is: welcome to Lindale, Texas. Nestled in the heart of the Piney Woods region, Lindale is a charming small town with a rich history and plenty of southern hospitality. From its historic downtown square to the beautiful natural surroundings, Lindale has something for everyone. The town is home to a number of local shops and restaurants, as well as a number of annual events and festivals that bring the community together. Outdoor enthusiasts will love the nearby Lake Palestine, where you can enjoy boating, fishing, and hiking. And for a taste of local history, be sure to visit the Lindale Museum, which houses a collection of artifacts and exhibits that tell the story of the town's past. So you got to let me know here, because I know nothing about Lindale, right? And we just picked this town that you provided. Let me know in the comments if that's accurate, if you know of these places. I'm imagining East Texas Productions, you've probably done a video here. So again, I'll wait for the comments here from you to see how that works. But let me know what you think. Was that a pretty reasonable YouTube video description, and something that, yeah, maybe if you're familiar with the town, you could have spent 10, 15 minutes writing it up, but we just did it here in about 10 seconds. And then I think what you could do is, if you wanted to tailor this video to, a certain type of audience, you could say, rewrite that description, targeting an elderly population. Let's just see what they say. So it's rewriting it and retargeting it towards a different type of audience. So you can see that it's using terms like leisurely stroll through the historic downtown square. So again, waiting on your comment, waiting to see what you think. It won't let me reply. I just saw your comment there. You might not be able to reply to a specific comment, but just make a new comment and just let me know on the live stream. But okay, wow, I'm impressed. There are a few things that I would change, but this is good as anything I've ever written. The museum name is not exact. Okay. With a few wording changes, this would save me a ton of time. I had too many words in my reply. All good. So, I think this goes to show that there's going to be certain limitations, right? Like I wouldn't really use this about Lindale if I had never shot a video of Lindale, or at least had access to somebody who could kind of fact check this a little bit and see if anything's changed. But as you can tell, that description is worded beautifully. It sounds like a real person wrote it, and it definitely has some notes of, copywriter and marketer in it to try to really sell that place. So you can see that this is a pretty darn cool tool. And let's just talk a little bit about how maybe we would implement this into our business over the next year. So as video professionals, and again, anyone else that's watching, if there's something you want to test out, yeah, you can go to it too, or just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to show it on screen and to test it out as long as it's within reason. American Drone Services says this is definitely a game changer, especially when you get a block about how to describe videos. I've done work for this town for 6 years. It's actually a very good write-up. I would use it. Okay, so you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. So let's say that I was trying to use this and leverage this just for my business for the year. It's January, business is slow. We want to kind of market ourselves. Let's go ahead and say, let's have it write 3 social media posts to market our videography services in the new year and to convince people to come hire us. Okay, let's go ahead and jump over here. So write 3 Facebook posts advertising our videography and video editing services to bring in new clients in the new year, and explain the importance of hiring a videographer to market your business. Let's try it. Three Facebook posts. Here we go. We're off to the races. Oh, look at that. It's giving us hashtags too. So I'm going to give it a second till it finishes all three of them, and then we'll read through these and talk about that. I love that all of them are getting hashtags. Okay, so the first one says, Happy New Year. As you plan your marketing strategy for the year ahead, don't forget the power of video. Hiring a professional videographer can take your content to the next level and help your business stand out. Let us help you create high-quality, engaging videos that showcase your brand and drive results. Contact us to learn more about our videography and video editing services. Hashtag video marketing, hashtag videographer, hashtag video production. I like it. It's welcoming, inviting, it's warm, it's friendly. The second one is, did you know that using video on your website can increase conversions by up to 80%? Attention-grabbing headline. It's no secret that video is an essential part of any modern marketing strategy, but to really make an impact, it's important to work with a skilled videographer who understands how to tell your story and captivate your audience. Let us help you create powerful video content that drives results for your business. Contact us to learn more. Pretty solid as well. So as you can tell, I mean, this is really kind of a magical tool. I have not really found anything yet that I throw at it where it's really come back with a horrible response. I do think that if you go back and look at some of the prompts that I've put in, I'm being a little more specific. So I'm not just saying, write me a Facebook post. I said, write 3 Facebook posts. So I give it a quantity. Advertising our videography and video editing services. So he's being a little more specific about what it is that we actually do with a goal in mind. So to bring in new clients in the new year. So by giving it new clients in the new year, that's why the first one started with Happy New Year. So I do like that when you give it a more specified task, it definitely gives you a better answer. Do you think this will write a description of your business? Let's find out. Description for what? Like, where would this go? Are we talking maybe like a LinkedIn profile or just for like a homepage on the website? Let's go with website. Write a description for my website about page about ZMB Media, a Baltimore-based video production studio. Let's go with that. Yeah, start off with the website. All right, let's see what happens. Now, I don't know what ChatGPT knows about ZMB Media because it doesn't really have access to the internet to learn about new things beyond 2021, but my website's been out there for a few years. Let's see what happens. And let me get it up here so you can see it. Got a full description coming through. Just waiting for it to finish. Okay. Welcome to ZMB Media, a Baltimore-based video production studio that specializes in creating high-quality, engaging video content. Our team of experienced videographers and editors are dedicated to helping businesses and organizations tell their story and connect with their audience through video. Whether you're looking for promotional videos, marketing content, or video for social media, we have the skills and expertise to bring your vision to life. We pride ourselves on our ability to understand our clients' needs and craft unique, compelling stories that deliver results. With a focus on professionalism and customer service, we strive to make the video production process as smooth and stress-free as possible. From pre-production to post-production, we handle everything in-house to ensure that your video meets the highest standards of quality. Thank you for considering ZMB Media for your video production needs. We look forward to working with you. All right. What's the verdict here? What's the jury say? Let's hear it in the comments. So all I fed it was ZMB Media, the name of my company, Baltimore-based video production studio, and then I just said, write a description for my website about page. Right? That was great. There was nothing wrong or incorrect there. I think that there's nothing, in thinking about like, is it generic, right? Or is it doing something that, I imagine if I said, hey, write me something about American drone services or write me something like, I think it's definitely going to tailor it towards drones, but I think that, there's nothing in there that I would really change. Honestly, the fact that this can write a whole page of text for you, and I think you can even say expand it. You could say add 100 more words to that description. Let's try it. I don't know. All right, you ready? Add 100 more words. Okay, it's getting rewritten. And if we really want to prove it and see if it actually added 100 more words, you could probably go in and do a word counter. I'm just looking here at the last one was kind of 3 blocks of text that were about 2 sentences apiece and then 1 final sentence. But this is definitely okay. So now we're at like 4 blocks of text and one of them's a little bit bigger. So yeah, there's a pretty good chance that if we did a word counter here, let's take this first one. Word counter. All right, first one, 142 words. And let's take the second one. 202. So we got about 60 more words. So I don't think it's going to exactly add 100 because eventually you get to a certain point where, you're probably adding words just for the sake of adding words, but it did indeed make it a longer description, which is pretty dang awesome, as American Drone Services will agree. So what would I consider using this for in the new year? What would I do with it? Well, for starters, the fact that I can basically outsource all of my posting to social media and, have it create me 50 topics, for 1 video a week if I wanted to post videos to YouTube. Let me actually bring this back up here. So create 50 YouTube video topics about why someone should hire a video production company. I'm going to let it run. But the fact that I can do this and then get these topics and actually get a full list of 50, we'll see if it goes to 50. It should. I don't see why it won't. And then I can take these topics, and one other thing that we didn't test yet was actually taking a video topic and saying, for this video topic, write me a video script or write me an outline for a video script. So the outline one we haven't done yet. We did say write a video script, but I wanted to take this and see what happens if we feed it to give us an outline for a video script. So we'll do that once it's done running here, but you can see we're at 22, 23. I told it 50 topics. And in case you're wondering how much this is, how much this costs, 0. Nothing. This is free right now. There's other alternatives out there that can do even more things. I'm going to let this run in the background while I show you. So if you haven't heard of Jasper.ai, Dave Rogemoser, who founded Jasper, great guy. He's from Annapolis, Maryland here. Got to hang out with them before this even existed. And basically, I think it was originally called Jarvis, and now it's got massive potential for what it can do. there's like a boss mode where it can write long form blog posts, reports, emails, stories. It can create art. So that's another big one. The fact that it can generate art is huge. So just up back to there's our 50. So we're done our 50, but Jasper AI is also another one to look into. So let's take topic 39, how video can help you boost conversion rates. Write me a YouTube video outline for a video called BAM. Introduction. So it's giving us a hook. Are you looking for ways to boost your business's conversion rates? Look no further than a video. Then it gives us an introduction to the topic. In this video, we'll discuss how video can help you increase conversion rates and drive more sales for your business. Then it goes into a main topic, the power of video. I like that this is actually giving us one-liners to go off of for these different parts of the outline. That's actually very useful. It could write the whole script as you've seen, but let's say that you're just looking for a tool to help you get started, and then you can kind of fill in the blanks and actually write the rest of the video. Man, this thing doesn't stop. It's like the Energizer Bunny. So we've got introduction, topics 1, 2, 3. I'm curious if it's going to do just 3 topics and then a closing, or if it's going to give us any more than that. So even though we're at, okay, and a conclusion. So typical, essay layout, introduction, 3 key points, conclusion. And the conclusion is, in summary, video is a powerful tool that can help you increase conversion rates and drive more sales for your business by using video to tell your brand's story, showcase your products and services, and educate your customers. You can create a stronger connection with your audience and increase conversions. There you have it, folks. Now, ChatGPT right now, just what I'm using it for is, for generating text and for generating content. But I'm very impressed with this. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think everyone else that watches this is going to be very surprised by this. So if you're watching and you find other ways to use this, let me know in the comments, because I feel like the usage case is endless. But you can use it for more than this. You can actually use ChatGPT to provide you lines of code. There's actually, this one was kind of funny. I saw somebody do this in a video. I haven't tried it myself, but you can actually tell ChatGPT to write code for a Google Chrome extension that, I wish it would tell me what the B&H photo deal of the day is. That tells me the latest press releases from Canon cameras. Let's see. It might not be able to do, that might be a little too specific, but let's just see what it gives me. Okay, I'm sorry I'm not able to write code. There's an outline of how you might go about creating a Google Chrome extension that displays the latest press releases. Okay, so at least it's giving us an outline. Create a file called da-da-da-da. Okay. So it's at least giving me instructions for how I can start to write code for a Google Chrome extension. I might have been a little too specific with press releases from Canon cameras, but it is telling it to go to canon.com. So just saying. Shaken the Trees Multimedia asked, do you think there could be any plagiarism issues? I think that's a great question. I think that, at a certain point, companies like Google, since they do so much work in SEO and optimization, may create code that helps the algorithm detect if something like ChatGPT was used, but it would probably go so far down the rabbit hole into linguistics and how language works, because it's not like this is writing it in a different language than anyone else would speak it or write it if they were an educated copywriter or marketer. So it's not like it's doing something that a normal person wouldn't do. Do I think that there's kind of a law of diminishing returns? Probably. Eventually, if you have enough people that are feeding it the same sort of general topics, then yeah, you're probably going to run into a time where, it starts to give, if not identical content, at least very, very similar content. But how many topics can you create about certain topics? That small town that was in Texas that we tested out earlier, small town, not a lot's going to change about it unless you wait another 50 or 100 years. So what's really going to be, different if we're looking at plagiarism? I do think that you'll probably run into high school and college kids wanting an essay written up. So, if I wanted an essay written about the history of underwater basket weaving, no, let's come up with something better. Create an essay outline on the greatest works of Edgar Allan Poe. Let's just try that. I think this is definitely going to bring up some ethical questions when it comes to college kids that need to write, reports and research and things like that. I think that it's important to note that, again, this isn't connected to the internet, so it's not like you can tell it to go write an essay on the latest scandal in news with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It's not going to know anything about the Netflix documentary that just came out this past year about them. So there's definitely going to be some limitations unless someone comes out with a version or an alternative to this where, it's going to be able to educate itself based on what's happening in the world and world events. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some ethical questions that come up eventually. If somebody does create a version of this that can do that, then, are we giving artificial intelligence too much power or too much permission? As you can see here, though, it just wrote me an essay outline, though, on Edgar Allan Poe and his greatest works. Known as one of the greatest writers in American history, born in 1809, blah, 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 blah. In this essay, we'll explore some of Poe's greatest works, and it picked The Telltale Heart and The Raven. It looks like I probably could, tell it to give me two more, writings that he's created if I were creating a longer essay, but, I didn't give it a specific, instruction that this essay would be longer or about a certain amount of subtopics. So very good question. I think if anything, this is something that we should at least hop on for ourselves, because when it comes to marketing our businesses, obviously creating content is important. That's what we do for other people. So if you ask me, I think that this is something that we should be hopping on right away before people go in and ruin it. If you're looking for blog posts for your website, if you're looking for topics for YouTube or Facebook content, then yeah, this is the place that I would say you should be spending a little bit of time over the next month or two. And I feel like all you need is 10 or 15 minutes at the end of the day before you leave the office, or if you're stuck at home and you're just swiping through on social media, like, go mess around with this and see what it can create for you. Like, and if you're not sure, then you can actually go in and say things like, provide me a list of, let's say, 10 ways that a video production company can use ChatGPT to help them market their business. Let's see what we get here. East Texas Productions, thank you for watching. Thank you for jumping in here for a little bit. And we're just waiting to see what ChatGPT gives us. So, I think this is one of those things where if you're unsure of how to best use ChatGPT, it's like you can actually ask the AI how you should do it. Some of the things that it's providing to me right now are ChatGPT can help you generate ideas for video scripts by suggesting potential storylines and prompts for your videos. can help you come up with catchy titles and descriptions for your videos to help them stand out on social media. Can write website content, email newsletters, and social media posts. Can help you plan and execute marketing campaigns by suggesting ideas for promotional materials. Creating outlines for your videos. Can help you create eye-catching thumbnails for your videos to help them stand out on platforms like YouTube. So, if you're at a place where you're like, this is really cool, but I don't know how to use it, ask it what it can do, and it will actually give you answers. So it's very interesting. One thing that I haven't tried, I'm curious to see what happens, and this is totally random, just kind of came to me. Help me budget for an 8-hour video shoot for my videography business that involves filming and editing a 3-minute promotional video for let's just go with real estate again. I have no idea what's going to come back here. It's obviously not going to be able to come up with, certain pricing. Okay, so we can see here, it's at least helping me determine what things I should be billing for. It's not going to necessarily provide me with a price, but I am kind of surprised that it does say equipment rentals. This can cost anywhere from $500 to $1,500 or more. $50 to $100 per hour per crew member. $100 to $500 for location fees. Catering, $15 to $30 per person for catering. Editing, let's see what we get here. $50 to $100 per hour for editing. In total, you can expect to pay anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 or more for an 8-hour video shoot for a 3-minute promotional video for a real estate firm, depending on the complexity of the project and the services. Peter, let's see, what's Peter say? Oh, it's still going. It's listening to me. Peter says, ChatGPT is definitely a game changer. Real-time, always available virtual assistant. Yeah, I just need it to do my laundry for me, right? So, it's very interesting what this can do for us. I think that there's a lot of stuff that can be automated now, and just super, super impressed with what we can do with ChatGPT. So tell me in the comments if you're live. I'm going to stay on for another minute or two. If there's anything else that you want me to test out or to see, I might even have to change the name of this live stream to the optimized one that it gave me way back at the beginning. But yeah, if there's anything else that you want to see that you want me to play around with to test out with ChatGPT before I go and hop off the live stream here and go about the rest of my day. If there's any other questions you have, definitely let me know. If you're just joining us, definitely go back like 20 minutes and watch the demo here. If you want to jump in on the fun, it's openai.com. The full website is chat.openai.com/chat. And you just make a free username and password, log in, and yeah, you're off to the races. You have some fun with creating your automated content. A few ways that I think you could leverage this. One, definitely social media posts, just automate the writing of them. 2, blog posts. So for SEO reasons, I would probably be using this to write some blog posts, even if I'm putting out one a week or one a month. It's just something, and on a rainy day, I could probably get it to write all of them, and I could schedule them myself, in an hour. Just copy and paste them in. What else could we do? Maybe I'd have it rewrite the content on my website if I were, refreshing my website and just kind of updating some things. One of the things that I did with my personal website was I geared it more towards live streaming, and it always in the past was more towards videography, and so people didn't really know that I did live streaming. So you could potentially take existing content and say, hey, rewrite this, now I offer live streaming as a service, add that in there. I think that's definitely one of the things that could be done. I think you could also use it for responses to a client. So let's try this real quick. So another test while we're still here. Please write a polite response to an upset client that I have who is disappointed in the video that we edited. And again, this doesn't happen for me. People aren't disappointed, but video that we edited for them because it took us longer than expected to finish the project and they went over budget. Let's just see what they say. Dear client, I apologize for the delay in completing your video project. We understand that this may have caused frustration and inconvenience for you, and we sincerely apologize for any miscommunication or misunderstandings that may have occurred. I want to assure you that we always strive to deliver the highest quality work to our clients in a timely manner, and we apologize if we fell short of that standard in this case. We understand that you have gone over budget as a result of the delay, and we would like to offer you a discount/credits on your next project with us as a gesture of goodwill. We value your business and appreciate the opportunity to work with you. We hope that you will give us the chance to make it right and demonstrate our commitment to providing excellent service. Okay, first of all, I would never have written this as nice. And I'm usually a pretty nice guy. Like, I'll kind of go in and write the really grumpy, grouchy response, right? And I won't put their email in the send box yet so I don't accidentally send it. And then I'll sit there and say, okay, how do I say this nicer? What do we need to rephrase here? So the fact that this wrote this in 10 seconds is really, really good. And, okay, Shaking the Trees says, can you rewrite something? Sure can. Watch this. So you can hit regenerate response, right? You can also just say rewrite that response with a more firm and professional tone. Let's see what happens. Dear client, we apologize for the delay in completing your video project. While we understand that this may have caused frustration, please understand that our team is committed to delivering the highest quality work to all of our clients. Unfortunately, unforeseen circumstances arose that caused, that's very corporate speak, that caused the delay in this particular project. We want to assure you that we always strive to meet the agreed upon deadlines and budgets for our projects, and we apologize if we fell short. So it definitely rewrote it. Obviously the message is still the same. It just kind of changed the tone of things. So it went from, I apologize for the delay in completing your project. We apologize for the delay in completing your project. That's pretty much the same. We understand that this may have caused frustration and inconvenience. While we understand that this may have caused frustration, please understand that our team. See, so it skipped out on the whole, like, we sincerely apologize part. It just went straight into our team is committed to delivering the highest quality of work, versus that came in a little bit later after we did a little more fluffing up here and said we sincerely apologize for any miscommunication or misunderstandings. So it definitely firmed things up, if you ask me. And yeah, you can totally rewrite something. Peter says, now that you are considering updating the title and description of this video, what would have requested ChatGPT to prepare a script for the same? Yeah, I mean, we totally could have. I could have had it give me an entire outline for this live stream. And actually, if you go back to the top, so it does save all this stuff. I can go like way back up to the top here. So provide me a live YouTube live stream title for a live stream about how to use ChatGPT in your video production company. So it gave me maximizing efficiency with ChatGPT in your video production workflow. Then I changed it to targeting towards dentists. Then I asked it for a description. So yeah, you can use this for the title, for the description, for everything. You could even use it for the outline. But you can see how useful this tool is. It actually hurts my brain to try to think about all of the various things that you could do with it, because it's pretty wild. So If you watched the live stream on a replay, I just want you to let me know in the comments what you thought of this demo. Maybe there's something that you found that it could do for you. I didn't even show you all. Back when I told it to program a Google Chrome extension for me, it literally gave me code and was like, here you go, create these files. Here's the code. Your extension should now be installed and you should be able to see the latest press releases from Canon cameras by clicking on it. So I was just playing around with that, but from what I've seen, it looks like you can have it create Google Chrome extensions, which could be some really handy tools for you, even if it's just like a silly one, like add a calculator, so I can calculate my 6% sales taxes on my clients' projects. You could have it do that. So very, very nifty. Let me know what you're using it for. Let me know if you jumped in and you started playing with it and you're like, hey, this can do this too. Did you know that? Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, man, ChatGPT, using artificial intelligence to make your life easier and quicker. All right, well, that's it for this live stream. No official closeout, no official graphics, just doing this in OBS today with my webcam. But I really thank you all for joining me. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, please do consider subscribing and hitting that like button. I do this in my free time, in my spare time. This channel does not pay my bills to keep the lights on, but every little bit certainly does help. So thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you very, very soon in the next video.